Look at here how these beautiful sarma are ready and done. Follow me and let's make them together. So you're going to find a easy, quick and very tasty recipe of this cabbage rolls, sarma, sarmale, töltött káposzta, whatever they call it. Hello and good morning. Imagine I decided to film what I'm doing and to share with you. I was on a phone for a long time and unfortunately I forgot to film. I am going to do some cabbage rolls that they are very popular in Europe, especially Central and Eastern Europe, but now they start to become more popular all over Europe, and not only because the Central and Eastern European people, also in Russia, Ukraine, White Russia, they are doing this kind of cabbage rolls. So I have 1 kilo of minced meat. I added 2 small white chopped onions, a little bit of salt, just a little bit, because the cabbage is salted already. Black pepper, a little bit of salt, and paprika powder, just a little bit. I mixed everything. There are people who add some spices and other things. I did not, because the cabbage is very tasty. Finally, we start to find here in Norway also some sour cabbage in some places, not everywhere. And it has actually a lot of good properties. So I mixed, okay, and I added 2 cups or two handfuls of rice that I washed before I added to this. I mixed it well, and because it is about rice, I added about 200 milliliters, that's about 2 cups of or 1.5 cup of, in America, of very hot water, and I worked this minced meat with rice and onion and spices that I added to it. And I bought 2 head of cabbage, 2 entire ones. One I'm going to use the proper leaves for the rolls, and I bought minced or cutted cabbage, sour cabbage, that I'm going to put on the top. This one, it has some carrots also, but it's not gonna disturb our taste. And on the bottom I added also the rest of the cabbage that I'm not able to use to roll, to make the cabbage rolls. Like for example these ones, I'm going to chop them and put them on the bottom and on the top of all this. On the same time, I have half-boiled and smoked pork thigh, actually, and it is smoked. So this one is going, which I'm going to place in the middle, the cabbage rolls on the side, and cook it for about 3-4 hours on slow fire. So it's going to be so delicious. I make a little bit more of them because you can put them in the refrigerator, or actually I'm going to give some to my friends and this is what I'm doing. There are people who put some bacon on the bottom of this, and they add the cabbage after that. I did not, because I have that pork meat that is going to be enough. And this is how the cabbage rolls, töltött káposzta in Hungarian, are sarmale in Romanian, or sarma in Serbia, and I don't know the rest of the countries how they call it, but it's the same. The Polish they have also, it's very popular everywhere. What you have to know, everybody is doing differently. I know in Hungary they are doing because on different areas of Hungary they are doing it in different ways. There are areas by the border with Romania where they make it from sweet cabbage and with tomato juice. There are areas where they make a kind of sauce at the end with flour and paprika powder, and they add it on the top of it. There are areas where they use some eggs in the meat. I'm not gonna use egg. I'm not gonna use anything because the meat and the rice is going to be good enough to hold all together. So I am keep going. As you can see, I already put in one plate the leaves. They are good to be stuffed, and don't forget to cut this thick area so you can roll them properly. And this thick area, it can be chopped on thin slices and put it also in. So nothing is going to be wasted. So I come back when I'm going to be finished with rolling, and I put everything inside. I'm gonna show you that one. All right, so I mixed the cabbage with some thymian. Actually, that's my invention. I have to tell you one secret. Nobody tells you, or nobody's going to tell you this. These cabbage rolls are made in different areas in different ways. Therefore, or that's why when you are watching some cabbage roll recipes in some areas, everybody is showing his own recipe or the recipe from the area they are coming from. And they say, this is how you have to do it. This is the right recipe. No, the right recipe is the one that is going to make you fall in love with them, is the one that you make after your own taste, and that's it. You use the spices that you want to use, you use the meat you want to use. I forgot to tell you that in Hungary there is another recipe also. I told you already about 2 or 3 recipes, plus this one that I'm making now. That is the simplest, easiest way. But also down in south Hungary, by the border with Croatia, they have a recipe. They make it very often with chicken meat. Instead of rice, they use bulgur, and sometimes in some areas they use bulgur, and they make this vegetarian way with rice, carrots, and mushrooms, or only with bulgur, carrots, and mushrooms. And they make the cabbage rolls. They can make it, or most of the time when they make the vegetarian type, they use sweet cabbage. But when they use the bulgur and the chicken meat, they use it, they make it from sweet cabbage and sour cabbage also. So that's why I'm telling you that you can do this the way you want, the way your family is going to like it, if you want to try it and to do it or to make it. It's very, very healthy. As you know, all these winter vegetables that they are fermented, they are very, very healthy for our health. That's why the Korean, they have the kimchi. The Eastern and Central Europeans, they have this sour cabbage. The Germans, they have the sour cabbage, but they don't have the cabbage rolls. So please try. It's a very, very good source of vitamins. It is a very, very good ingredient for our tummy, also for the flora of internal intestinal flora. So yes, there you go. If you're not, if you don't want to do it this way, then you just do it. Make some cutlet, and you can have it as a garnish. So now I start to place them. Even when you are packing, they show you to pack this way or that way. You pack the way you can and the way you want, because the packing it's also different in each area. Now I start to place them on the side of here, and then in the middle we are going to put the smoked minced not minced, the smoked pork meat, sorry. There you go, the pork meat that I have here, any type of pork meat you have, and you put it in the middle like this. Thank God, here in Norway you can find them a little bit cut it in smaller pieces, so that's so good, because you can adjust them in the bowl here the way you want. There you go. Of course you wash them a little bit, anyway the smoking or the smoke taste will hold itself. And then we add the rest of the cabbage. Please like, subscribe, and watch my other videos. And if you have any question, please do so. I always try to give more informations than others about certain food, certain traditions, as thank God I have plenty of experience with Italian, Norwegian or Scandinavian food, Italian food, Central European food, Eastern European food, and Middle Eastern food. There you go, look how beautiful it looks like. And then I put everything on the side, and then you just have to fill up with water. Before you fill up with water, don't forget the meat has rice, so it needs plenty of water to absorb. And also on the top we have this we have this minced cabbage that we are going to put on the top nicely, and we cover the everything in the middle and on the sides also, so it gives it holds the meat. So it is a healthy and very easy recipe, and very, very, very tasty. When it's gonna be ready, you can serve it with polenta, you can serve it with fresh, nice home-baked bread. You can eat it without bread and without polenta. Add some sour cream on the top, and yeah, and here is a little bit more. I add the juice. I just have to add a little bit of hot water on the top, actually more or less to cover, not totally, but at least 3/4 fill up with hot water, and we start to cook it. It looks like I fill up with water a little bit more than 3/4. I added some thymian on the top, as you can see, and because I have 4 cabbage leaves, I'm going to just cover and add an extra layer of isolation on the top, so the steam and everything is going to hold up. Of course, we are going to cover anyway everything, so it's going to have a lid on the top, but it's just good. If I have 3 more leaves or 4 more leaves of cabbage, why should I not use them this way? There you go. This is how I covered with whole cabbage leaves, so it's an extra layer to hold the flavors in, and a little bit of isolation also it's going to give. And now we are going to put it to about 7. Leave it until it starts to boil slowly, and then take down. I'm going to take it down to 3 or 4, not more, and leave it for about usually 3-4 hours, but depend. I'm going to check from time to time, because sometimes it's enough in 3 hours. Definitely if you are cooking on a slow 3 or 4 temperature on electric stove, then, or induction stove, then you definitely need to give that 3.5-4 hours, so all the flavors, the meat and everything is going to come together. See you then, and yes, we are going to taste it and show you how it looks like. All right, my lovely friends, about half an hour ago I turned off the heat. It was on for almost 3 hours, and let's see what we have here. Okay. Look, you cannot imagine what a wonderful flavor. No, wonderful. God. And as you can see, I made some polenta to this. On my homepage or my video on my videos, you can see how I make different types of polenta. This is a plain one. In 3-4 minutes is going to be ready. Look at the cabbage rolls here. Look at that nice sauce that it has. Oh my God. Now I'm going to taste a little bit just for you and with you to see how does it taste like, and then later, a little bit later, when polenta is going to be ready, we are going to eat with that. So actually I'm going to put some sour cream on it, and let's see. The secret is that you cannot taste in between. You add the flavors and salt, pepper, and everything you want to add. Carefully with salt, obviously, because it is a salty cabbage. But after you add everything and you put them to cook, you cannot add nothing in between, or you cannot fix it. So that's why it is you need to prepare everything very carefully. But let's see. Perfect. Honest to God, I'm so happy I put the thymian. I love thymian, so but if you don't like it, you just leave it the way it is. But it is sour enough, salty enough, spicy enough, everything. It's soft. You don't need to put eggs to hold this together. You see, the rice, it was proportional because it is there, but it's not taking over the meat. Everything very good. So please like, subscribe, follow my channel, ask if you have any questions, and if you want to see how I make the polenta in different ways, have a look on my other videos. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and blessings to all of you, for those who celebrate Christmas, for those who celebrate anything else. All the best from me to your families, and take care of you and of your family. Share your goodies with your family, with your friends. Those who are alone, they should not be depressed or feel let down, because several times the best company, it's our own company. So please just try to make the best of everything every single day, and you'll see everything is going to fall in its place. Bye bye.